Favorite trainer with a belt buckle, teaching you how to assess a client 50 years old who has shoulder discomfort. Full body workout, focusing more on the upper body. Start with that PAR-Q. You're gonna sit down. You're a professional. You show up on time. You're reading a book. You shake their hand. You smile. You set clear expectations for what that assessment's gonna look like. While you're going over those questions, ask great questions, such as, what does success look like for today's assessment? What does success look like 6 months from now working with me? So then you're planting those seeds in your client's head. And then you find out they have some shoulder discomfort. The biggest mistake that I see with trainers, they don't have a physical therapist on their team who you can reach out to immediately. And two, when it comes to shoulder, knee, hip discomfort, we don't train that area. We can do a lot within our scope, and I guarantee my clients, you have shoulder discomfort, I will get you out of pain. Because if I can't, my physical therapist, the prehab guys, Dr. Waterbury, people on our team, because we have an in-house therapist here in Santa Monica, they will help you, but I can do a lot. So I'm gonna learn more about that injury. Is it acute? Is it chronic? Is it popping? When does it hurt? When does it flare up? And then as I learn more, that's the biopsychosocial model of pain. That's the psychology. Let them talk. Take notes. Listen. And then I'm going to screen. Can you get your arms to 160 degrees of humeral flexion? That's your thumb hitting the wall. If you have some thoracic extension, anterior tilt, that could all go into shoulder discomfort. We need to look at what the humerus does, the scapula, the thoracic, also the pelvis, because they all link together. So if they can get there, that's the first screen. Awesome. Can you reach the other shoulder and can you bring your humerus above midline? Great. The third one, can you get your arm off your back? And the last one being a break test. When you internally rotate, we're going to test scaption here with your thumb on your thigh. The trainer is going to apply pressure, not so hard that they can't move, just a little bit. And if you get a break, ooh, ow, that's not a good sign. I'll always test first on the good arm. I will show them. These are all things that we teach as we go to Lifetime with our partnership, fastest growing certification in the world. You just haven't heard of us because we don't have millions of dollars to pump into marketing. But we teach trainers how to assess upper body, lower body, so that it gives you better tools to help your clients. So they pass that, then you're gonna wanna get into some soft tissue mobilizations. And that's what our certification really teaches. Now, when we look at upper body, upper traps, pec minor, infraspinatus, you're gonna find that hot spot, set clear expectations, have them sign a waiver. You're gonna hold for a good 30 seconds, bring that discomfort up to about a 6 or 7. As it calms down, you're gonna do it again, and then you're gonna retest it. And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, holy crap, that feels really, really good. Because we eliminated those red flags. It's not shooting and numb. They can't, it hurts so bad. That's when you refer out. But they pass it, so you do the soft tissue, and then we're gonna do a corrective. I'm not talking about a corrective exercise certification where you waste $900 and you're reading a book on how to stretch and how to foam roll and how to isolate. No, you take them through this system and you're setting the clear expectations that you have someone on your team, your clients are gonna trust you. So the sales at the end become significantly easier. So then choose a corrective that you feel is most optimal for them. I love the Waterbury holds. That's what we call them because we work with Doc. You're gonna hold that isometrically for a good minute, and then you're gonna get into the CCA. Core movement pattern followed by an accessory. That is a circuit, you will rest, and then you're gonna overload for 3 rounds. What does he want? If he comes in and wants to do a press on a Bosu ball, that's what we're gonna do. I've never had that. So in my mind, what's gonna optimize hypertrophy? Maximal tension. I'm not talking about a 1 rep max, it's specific to what he's capable of doing. If it's been over a month since he's worked out, 10 plus reps, strengthen the connective tissue, focus on that neuromuscular communication. If he's been training regularly, you can get down to 6 to 8 reps, depending on his goals. But we're gonna start here with a dumbbell press. And I like this on the incline. It's a lot more shoulder friendly because we're not in a fixed barbell position. Nothing wrong with the barbell, but a lot of times you're gonna see discomfort at the shoulder. We're fixing in that glenohumeral joint. So with the dumbbells, you're just gonna get a lot more range of motion. We're gonna follow that up with a face pull. And then we'll do some abs, planks, whatever. So when we look at these core movements, and I start with upper body because that's his goals. We'll do 8 to 12 reps. We'll do 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. Once we finish that, we're gonna go into the next circuit. We're gonna do some dumbbell rows, 3 stands. I like placing the hand on the knee, more of a pronated grip, which is going to target that mid-back. There's probably a high chance he has that glenohumeral glide on the anterior side. So we want to just put more emphasis on the back side, the posterior chain. Let's follow it up with some push-ups. If you can't do them on the ground, you can do it on a bar. Maybe you can do eccentrics. You make that call. You take the pattern and then you regress it or progress it based on what the client's capabilities are. When we do a lot of pressing, we lock down the scapula, which is needed for optimal force production, but we don't do a lot of close exercises where you get that scapula moving. Scapula needs to protract, retract, upwardly rotate, downwardly rotate, elevate, depress, anterior, posterior glide. We don't take it through those 8 actions so we can get some stiffness in there. It's like you're sitting on an airplane. I'm headed to Phoenix today for a seminar, 2 days, check out our seminar schedule. But if I'm sitting here for 2 hours, when I get up, I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. I'm just gonna move. So maybe he's at a computer all day and that scapula just gets set there. So let's get it moving, and push-ups are great for that. Followed up by an arm exercise. The accessory should not compromise the tension for that main core pattern. So I wouldn't want to do a bunch of curls there or tricep extensions because I need that for the core pattern. Let's do some lateral raises to get the lateral deltoid. Do that for 3 rounds, again, 8 to 12. If there is discomfort, regress to an exercise that's more appropriate. We don't have to eliminate moving completely. A little bit of discomfort is okay if after the set is done, it goes back to normal. So if he has a 2 or 3 when he's pressing and then he stops and it goes down to 0, that's what I'm looking for. And this last circuit is when I'm going to incorporate some legs. So a goblet squat on the landmine, followed up with a landmine press. And I like that because it's a great reaching exercise. You really get that protraction. And then we can do an anti-rotation on the landmine. So you have a nice wide stance, hold it out. The trainer gets involved. We're really big into trainer engagement. Most trainers are just going to sit on their iPad and not get involved. Spot them when the time comes. If you're doing abs, have them touch your toes when they're doing a plank. If they're doing that lateral raise, hold, press down. Your clients are paying you a lot of money not to sit on the wall like this. So get involved on those accessories. 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps, and then I'm gonna sit them down and sell. And when I sell, I'm not scared. I'm not a salesman, but I sit them down and I ask them what you would like. How was that workout? You came in and you told me that your goal was to get out of shoulder discomfort. How are you feeling right now? Wow, Chris, I'm feeling really, really good. That soft tissue helped a lot. My range of motion's feeling great. I like that exercise. We went heavier than I'm used to. That was awesome. Great. Let's call him Bill. Bill, how many times a week would you like to train with me? 3 times. Awesome. 12 sessions cost X, 72 cost X minus 10%. I like this format because he's going to see this number. About 10 to 20% of your clients will get it because they want the discount. That's 6 months of training. Earlier, I planted that seed. What does success look like 6 months from now? If this is too big for him, this number is going to be appropriate. So if you charge $100 per hour, that's $1,200. 90 times 72, whatever that is, you choose. It's based on the gym you're at. If you're independent, whatever it may be. I don't like having a bunch of options. 12, 24, 36, 48. The client's thinking, oh, there's a lot of options right there. Let me go home and think about it. Let me go talk to my wife. Oh, it's too expensive. You smile and you go, okay, you came in with shoulder discomfort and now you don't have it. So talk to me a little bit more what your expectations were when you came in today. And you smile. You push back, but not, what do you mean it's too expensive? I'm the best trainer in the world. I got a belt buckle, dickhead. You got to work with me. No, you smile. We're doing this to help people. Worst case scenario, he doesn't sign up. You take his email. You put it into your email list. You send him things regularly. We have a partnership with the prehab guys. I would send him a prehab shoulder program that he can do. Check up with him every couple weeks. Bring him back in for another complimentary workout. If you bring someone else in, if you leave a review, I'll take you through another workout because my goal is to be training full time. And right now I'm only doing about 15 sessions a week. So come in, leave that review, bring someone else, and I'll comp that workout. Normally it's $100, $200, whatever you charge. That's how you build your business. If you found this helpful, leave a comment for some other injuries that you're working with, listen to the podcast, get to a seminar, and remember, big biceps are better than small ones, and keep showing up.